Mr. President, my name is Maria del Rosario Huerta Segura. I am a primary school teacher in Penafria del Segura, and I wish, hereby, to share the information I have regarding the blackout that occurred in Spain last Monday, April 28th. This is the result of research conducted in my class. It is, therefore, absolutely true, since children and drunks always tell the truth. First, the cables were infected with viruses that ate the current. Then the viruses ate each other, and this caused a rise in temperature that tripped the circuit breakers. All these viruses were eaten or electrocuted and disappeared without a trace, so your government shouldn't bother looking for them. They were magical viruses, and they weren't created by a single wizard, but by several. Good wizards, like Merlin and Gandalf, created viruses so that parents would let their children eat all the ice cream in the freezer before it went bad. And the evil wizards, the parents' witch friends, created other viruses so the children couldn't use their tablets or watch television that afternoon. And then the eraser monsters intervened, wiping out all the information from the computers and from the memories of the power company employees. You should know that of all the hypotheses the experts are studying, the only one that comes close to the truth is that of the strange meteorological phenomenon. And in reality, that wasn't it either, but rather the wizards and monsters traveled through the atmosphere at high speed and confused the Meteosat satellite. And this is what happened. And you can't prevent monsters from creating viruses, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be monsters. The children in my class asked me to tell you that poor power plant engineers, whose memories are erased and they don't know it, must be having a terrible time trying to figure out what happened on the 28th. Engineers are highly regarded by my students, because I had an engineer boyfriend. Well, that's what they thought. And they also want me to tell you if you can tell the TV talk show hosts not to pretend to be electrical engineers, because they're very bad at it. They already look bad when they talk as if they were economists or generals, and of course, now they all want to explain themselves as engineers, which is more attractive. Before writing this letter, I discussed these issues in the faculty meeting, but my colleagues disagree with me. Of course, they don't have students as smart as mine. My colleagues think the blackout was the fault of goblins. They're somewhat right, because goblins move things around to annoy others, and this is very dangerous when the things are multi-million-dollar investments in infrastructure. It's possible that the goblins are partly to blame, but the main culprits are the monsters and the wizards, although they did it with good intentions. My students and I ask you, Mr. President, to publish this letter in the official state gazette. And don't worry about what your colleagues from other political parties might say. They'll be shocked, but you know that's their job. If they weren't shocked, they wouldn't be the opposition. Thank you in advance, Mr. President. Sincerely, Charo.